229-241-1059. Let's take the call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air with the Morning Drive. Good morning.
Hey, Bill. How are you?
Good. What's on your mind today?
I just had a couple of questions. Spencer called in a little while ago, and I'm just wondering why you don't believe black people when they tell you they're still being treated differently than white people.
Mark, it's not about me. We're talking about in general terms. So if you got a comment about it, then give me your thoughts on it, but we're not going to go that way. So go.
Okay, what are your
thoughts? Why do you think that that's the case?
I don't know, and for the record, everybody gets to ask you a question, but when I ask you a question, you say I'm attacking you.
Mark, what's your comments on it?
Well, I'm just curious as to, he just told you he's been profiled in the mall, and that black kids were profiled in the mall, and you dismissed it and said you're living in the past and picking at a wound.
Yeah, I do. I believe that a lot of people are living in the past that way.
So you don't believe that that's happening to them and those kids?
Mark, I'm not going to answer those questions. You give me your thoughts on why you think it's that way, and we'll go from there.
So everybody gets to ask you a question?
No, not everybody gets to ask me a question. I don't generally.
The cabinet maker asks you every day when he calls in. You give him 8 minutes.
Oh, Mark,
Bill,
go ahead. No,
Bill,
give me.
Asking you, this. I'm just trying to understand you and your audience. And you can ask me any question you want, and I'll do my best to answer it. If you'll answer the same question, can I just throw out another question?
Go ahead.
Y'all beat up on gay people a lot on this station.
I don't personally. No, I don't. I don't agree with their lifestyle. No, I do not. But I don't beat up. The fact you love who you love, I don't care. That I really don't. I don't want it forced upon me. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't understand a couple of things. You keep calling it a lifestyle, so that suggests to me that you think these people choose to be gay. Do you think gay people choose to be gay?
I'm not sure. I really don't know because I'm not gay, so I don't understand fully, and so I don't try to judge that.
Well, I got you, but I guess the language of alternative lifestyle,
it is an alternative lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that they've decided that whether they feel like they're born that way or whatever, I don't know. I'm not that kind of person, so I don't know.
Yeah. Do you remember choosing to be heterosexual? If you're, I don't know if you are or not, but if you're straight,
to me that's nature. To me that's nature. God intended it that way. That man is man, woman is woman, and that procreates.
Yeah, so if you didn't choose, why would these other people choose?
That's their, I don't know. I can't answer that for them. I'm not them. I can't answer that question.
Well, and I just bring it up because, if you go back into the Bible, in the Old Testament, men could stone their women, their wives, and their
I don't agree with that.
Well, will you let me finish? If we go back into the Old Testament, given the understanding at the time, men could stone women that couldn't give them male sons or children, right? And I always wondered how many women were married or with sterile men that got killed because folks didn't understand fertility. And so I bring this up because y'all regularly talk about gay folks, and the cabinet maker calls them queers, and you laugh about it, and talk about perversion displays and so forth. Your sexuality is not something you chose, and I don't believe anybody's is, and I don't know anybody that would choose a lifestyle where they could be ridiculed on a radio station any day of the week.
All right.
Why would we do that?
I can't answer that question. All right. I appreciate the call this morning. Look, the thing is, there are ways that we communicate throughout the day. I mean, yeah, people do ask me questions, but there's a way people ask me questions sometimes that has bait involved. And what I mean by that is, and look, Spencer's done it to me too. Richard's done it. There's others that, want to bait you into something. And look, you see it in society throughout the day that maybe people will talk to you about, do you feel that way? And you're trying to put words in somebody's mouth. That's not what my intention is. Somebody wants to live that lifestyle, and it truly is a lifestyle. I'm not saying that somebody doesn't have that innate built-in that they Men prefer to be with men, women prefer to be with women, or whatever. It's not who I am. And I'm not going to ridicule that person for being that way, but it is a lifestyle. It's an alternative lifestyle to tradition of what is God intended. God intended man and women together can procreate. Men and men together cannot procreate. Women and women cannot procreate. So again, I'm not gonna ridicule somebody because they live that lifestyle, but it is something that is an alternative to what is, I think, nature. So let's go there. 229-241-1059. Let's take another call.